Hello, you are listening to Ultra Q, episode 157. My name is Red, I'm joined by Mel.
Look on the suck of that thing.
There were so many lines that were translated as, like, people talking about getting sucked by a cleaner. And I was like, that's not what you're paying your cleaner for. I mean, that's not... Please don't...
Unfortunately.
That episode's so good. Gridman's like the greatest TV show ever made.
This is definitely up there, at least in our top 5 of best shows we've seen for this podcast.
Oh, it's fantastic. Tsuburaya, the special effects guys. I'm just imagining the person doing the special effects on episode 32 and either thinking like, this looks so impressive, or thinking to themselves in the sort of Galaxy Quest, Alan Rickman, I used to do Shakespeare style of like, we're descended from our legacy is Godzilla.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if they're like going to be like the practical effects purists versus like
the people always seeking the new thing. Yeah. They've kind of become, I wouldn't say practical effects purist, but it's kind of become their thing that they do practical effects, right? I mean, not for the latest show.
I mean, at this point, the idea of effects that are not practical is very new.
I mean, in Gridman, yes.
I just mean in general, really. Like, this is the year of Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
That's like oh shit, we can do stuff with CGI movie.
Yeah. I meant today. I meant like their latest show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's just, there's just going to be a mix of that stuff. Like, not everything's going to be CG because you need to do the explosions and stuff. But,
yeah.
A lot of like beams and stuff that's just CG, obviously.
Naturally, yeah. They're not just drawing that on anymore. Which was how they did, the old trusty methods of going back to like Star Wars, right? Just draw the fucking lasers on the film with like a pen.
Yeah. That's what they did in the original Ultimate.
Yeah. So I wasn't here last week.
Yeah, you gotta give your update.
So first of all, I had a good time on Sunday. Second, great podcast. I thought that I had a great time editing that one. Also, of all the episodes the Bomb Dogs episode.
Yeah.
I've been joking about bomb dogs my whole fucking life. Khan Digifer is a legitimate. Khan Digifer was forced into this situation. Oh man.
Because
Eugene
they were old,
Fraxby
they weren't around for long.
Yeah. They would have died soon anyway. And then the pitch change on fucking... But the dog, which was in the prime of its time, was shot... No, the dog, which had no explosives whatsoever, was shot to ribbons in its prime. Fucking hell. Anyway. So yeah, I really liked the Bomb Dogs episode. I have no thoughts about it other than, oh my god, they exploded a dog. What were the other two? Oh yeah, there was like a weird mix of those Takeshi. They have been kind of tapping into 2 Takeshis. And now suddenly there are 3 Takeshis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mostly liked that third episode. Obviously, the guy who is nebulously gay, queer, etc. Just general, just like a flamboyant guy, who's like, I'm gonna assault this young boy. Is like, okay, it's the 90s.
Yeah.
It sucks. But I thought the rest of that episode I really enjoyed. I like the hero being, is secretly scared of having to be the hero. It's fun stuff.
Yeah.
I also kind of, there are bits of that first episode, the camera episode, that I'm not a fan of, which we'll get to a little bit in this episode, because in this, there has been a shift, a change in approach to the Yuka stuff, which is they have made her into, like, not like just like not just like a romantic, like a romantic relationship between her, like potential romance between her and other characters. They have like gone like, Yuka is like an object of desire. I'm like, that's crazy. That's a real like 14-year-old girl in real life and in the show.
Yeah.
So we will get to that. But there are some other there's some other stuff to talk, some other episodes to talk about first. I got some summaries here. If we want to just jump in.
First, I want to mention.
I'll go for it.
We did not talk enough about how in that third episode from last week, brainwashed Gridman and the kaiju just do a bro fist bump.
Oh, they do.
Handshake.
It's so good. I didn't mention it in the summary, but it's very cool. The grit, the Ultraman and the kaiju could be brothers.
We're not so different.
Exactly.
Etc.
Episode 31 of Gridman is called "The Monster's Mother is a College Girl." Kirara is sick of getting pranked via her pager, but she will have an opportunity for revenge. See, she picked up a floppy disk on her way home, and when she put it into her computer, she discovered it contained Khan Digifer. Elsewhere, Takeshi is grabbing the new funny cop and dragging him around the city, trying to get him to help find the floppy disk. He dropped it sometime after he got owned by a football and then embarrassed himself trying to kick it back to the kids. It's a really good Family Guy cutaway type shit where he's like, it must have happened earlier, and then like wibble wobble go back in time, and he's just walking along and then just gets hit by a football and crumples over and goes, ah! It's great. The kids laughed at him and he kicked the ball away in revenge. It's a good thing he lost the floppy disk, or else right now he'd be formulating a plan to make children explode. Him and the cop meet the trio and they try to say hi, but Takeshi tells them to shut up. As the trio leave, they remark that it must be hard to have friends when you talk to people like that. Back to Kirara, Khan Digifer was expecting Takeshi, but he's happy to give anyone the opportunity to be evil. He suggests that Kirara can get revenge by causing a little chaos with phones. She designs a cute little kaiju I don't have the name of here, and Khan Digifer sends it into the computer world to sabotage phone calls. It starts smashing things up, and people start hearing the person on the other end of their phone call saying things they didn't actually say, excessively mean things. Naoto hears Ippei say he always hated him. Ippei hears Naoto say that he and Yuka don't want him around anymore. Out on the street, everyone is fighting each other over insults that were never spoken. Naoto gets the call from Gridman and heads to Junk. With the misunderstanding cleared up, Naoto, Ippei, and Yuka all resolve to defeat the evil creation of Khan Digifer. When Gridman gets to the computer world, though, the kaiju is just a little guy. He's cute. Kandijiva is outraged to discover this kaiju has no weapons, and Kirara is like, weapons? I'm not evil. I'm just causing a little mischief. She asks Gridman not to hurt the kaiju.
Just a prank, bro.
Yeah, it's just a prank. Kandijiva leaves the apartment immediately and heads to Takeshi's place. Takeshi sees the energy of Kandijiva passing through the wires overhead as the cop is attempting to separate him and one of the small children from the football incident. Takeshi rushes home and Kandijiva demands he creates weapons for the harmless kaiju. Sure, no problem. Just as Gridman has decided this kaiju's alright, Takeshi gives it a head with spikes and poison gas breath. Kirara is appalled and tells Gridman it's okay if he has to kill the kaiju. Gridman becomes King Gridman and defeats the poor little guy. Later, the trio see a college girl throw a floppy disk in a public bin. What's her deal? The end. That's the episode.
Yeah.
How you feel about this episode?
It was alright.
Yeah?
Definitely some... the girl makes... the cuddly...
It's one of those classic cases where, on the one hand, they have done the thing where, like, oh, the girl makes the cute cuddly kaiju and doesn't want to be violent. On the other hand, it's fun that she has created the cute cuddly kaiju that doesn't want to be violent.
It definitely has a different. You can definitely tell it's a noticeable different design sensibility from the rest of the kaijus in the show, which is fun.
Mm-hmm. It's very round and bubbly. It's doing a lot of like hopping. And just kind of like having fun in the computer world, which is causing destruction, but like in a friendly way. It's still ruining people's relationships. Yeah,
I did enjoy that. Like Naoto and Ippei have like their like quote unquote argument, and then Naoto comes in and Ippei's like, "It's okay, I got it." Gridman told me everything.
Gridman explained everything to me off screen, so we don't have to have this argument actually. And Naoto, being stupid, has seen the whole world outside arguing with each other for no reason, and then he got the call that from Gridman, and he's like, he's still like, Ippei, why the hell? It doesn't occur to him that there might be something going on. Good job, Naoto.
Good job.
Yeah. I think Kandijifa's great in this episode.
Yeah, it's fun seeing him bounce off a different person.
Yeah, I love how open he is to just like, he didn't necessarily seek out, like he happened across Takeshi and was like, you seem promising, but he meets another person and is like, okay, well, you know, are you interested in getting revenge on the world? Maybe a little. It's fun.
I do like when he returns. One, I like the idea that like Takeshi can see Kandijifa traveling through the
see electricity passing through wires.
But second,
when it's Kandijifa,
he gets home, and then Kandijifa is like, Takeshi, never put me in a floppy disk again.
This was a fucking terrible idea. There's just interesting combos of characters in this episode in a way that I'm like, this whole last new, like this third core of the show that they've got as a bonus, they are really just kind of throwing things together, having fun, where like Takeshi is hanging out with the cop, right? As he's like walking around, like he's like, you have to help me find my floppy disk that's gonna help me take over the world. And the cop's like, a video game. And the cop is busy trying to convince Takeshi to stop being a psychopath about children. So why are you trying to wrestle small children? What are you doing?
Well, you know.
Whippersnappers, huh?
Yeah.
They got it coming.
Him trying to kick the ball in the opposite in a spiteful way and then just tripping on it. He's so fucking funny.
Yeah, something straight out of like my nightmares. Absolutely.
It's just like
trying to look cool and just face planting.
He's just like, oh, I'm gonna look so badass and cool here and epic, and then he's just like, no.
It's the fucking the drill tweet. Watch this. I tried to do that. I tried to do something and fall on my ass. It is unclear what I was trying to do. It's good. I just love the cut to the flashback and he gets hit by the football immediately.
Yeah.
That's a soccer ball.
I had no idea.
For some of those listening. Yeah, you had no idea.
Yeah, I was thinking of like, Super Bowl.
Exactly. Exactly. There was a big event involving soccer balls recently.
Yeah, it did lead to. I saw different strands of leftists get really like normal about the Falklands.
Oh, I think the moment like England and Argentina were gonna play was like I don't know, just a test of everyone being a little bit normal about sport. It was like any rivalry there is completely one-sided and in like the sport, and then like there's the political aspect, but also it's like this is a football match. This is not actually going to solve this can't. Oh, if Argentina beats England, that's like revenge for having the Falcons. I'm like, I don't think that's. I think anyway. But yeah, I mean, the World Cup is just an avenue for people to get weird about nationality.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I like this kaiju. I think he's fun. I didn't grab his name.
Telebos.
Cute guy.
Yeah.
He's fun.
There's a degree to which it's like, oh, we could have let the kaiju live, but we have to kill him. And I'm like, well, okay.
Gridman manages to hit a weird enough energy with this, where it's like, I think it manages to reach abnormal levels of this kind of thing, where it's like her saying, "Gridman, please kill my child." where I'm like, even when Gridman is doing like the old hackneyed, oh, we have to kill the kaiju even though we don't want to, it's still managing to find new source, a new unexplored avenues of killing the friendly kaiju.
Like, it doesn't feel, maybe because it's so unhinged, but it doesn't feel as evil as Ultraman.
Yeah, it's got like a weird energy where anything is possible, that means that when also because they're programs, and I realize in sci-fi,
I'm telling you, Gemini isn't my friend.
Unfortunately, I'm telling you, a co-worker told me they were using ChatGPT as a therapist, and I was like, you can't do that. That's a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Anyway. But the fucking I realize in sci-fi shows the program is alive, the AI is alive. I understand this, but also in Gridman, I feel like they are often enough not that. I think Shinobila is alive. But
we
also
have
I think,
Anocillus.
Yeah, and Anocillus. Yeah, we have Anocillus. We have the sound fairy. So I think there are differences between programs that are programs and programs that are alive. And but also for the purposes of a kaiju show, kaiju are alive, and killing them is sad when they don't deserve to die.
Like when Dogolf died after doing a touch of death combo against 2 other kaiju who did deserve to die for just being in the area.
Dogolf. Just like that. But yeah, I think Gridman walks like an interesting line there, and then also, like I say, just manages to capture such a weird energy that when it kills a kaiju that doesn't, necessarily deserve to die, I can't even be like, oh, classic Tsuburaya, they can't help themselves. It manages to be new anyway. Who made this episode? I guess we don't have director stuff.
Give me a second, I can go get...
People on Blue Sky posting the I'm still fighting, I'm fighting now clip.
Oh. In reference to what? Just in general?
No, just someone just posted it, just absolutely iconic. I guess they're watching the show for the first time. I don't know.
That clip was defining for me for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, it's important.
Anyway, directed by Yoshiki Kitamura, written by Kazuhiko Goto.
Mm-hmm.
According to the wiki.
And the special effects stuff?
Well, it's the... Oh, yeah, I'm getting that. Gridman suit actor, normal. Hiroki Okano, King. Kunitoshi Endo. Telebo, suit Atsuya Nishimura. The suit is modified from the fake Anacillus suit. Early design concepts include more silly elements, like a tail in the shape of, like, the goofy hammer kind of thing that, like, Amy Rose has.
Hmm.
Which would have been funny.
Yeah. Sick. Alrighty. What else is there to talk about in this episode in particular? Anything? Nothing?
That's a good question. I don't think so. Since my answer.
We don't have to milk it. We got a couple of I would say these are 3. This is a good 3 episode stretch of Gridman. IMO.
Yeah.
Episode 32. Which, depending upon what you find most important, either 32 or 33 is the main event this week.
It could be both.
Yeah, it could be both.
Truly a shame Brad could not be here for this week.
Episode 32. If you're not watching along with the show, episode 32's title is Attack of a Human Vacuum Cleaner. Now, the vacuum cleaner is not human. I want to be clear. A salesman is trying to sell a brand new fancy vacuum cleaner to the trio's mothers. Well, 2 of them. Ippei and Naoto are... Excuse me. Ippei and Naoto are interested, and Yuka is like, alright, I guess I'll watch. Takeshi is uninterested until the salesman mentions scientific progress. This vacuum cleaner's USP is that you can use it on battery power, and it only needs a 10-minute charge for 5 hours of cordless cleaning. Bullshit. It also comes with a remote control which turns the vacuum cleaner into an extra-dimensional entity that perceives our world as a 2D plane over which it floats, free of earthly bonds. By which I mean it is green screened onto the footage, and it moves around on its own. Neither this feature or a 30% discount can convince anyone to buy a vacuum cleaner, and everyone leaves. Takeshi steps in Gum and tries to give the guy who spat it out a stern talking to. Unfortunately, Gum Guy has no problem with bullying kids, so he throws Takeshi into the trash. It's revenge time. Takeshi creates a kaiju, and Khan Digifer sends that kaiju into the vacuum cleaner, which unplugs itself and goes on a remote-control rampage. We witness the greatest special effects Tsuburaya Productions have ever put to screen as this vacuum cleaner miniaturizes and sucks up an assortment of characters, including the salesman, the cop, the gum guy, and Ippei and Yuka's mothers. And Ippei's dad as well. The one thing they all have in common, littering. Inside, they were punished for doing some kind of littering. Inside the vacuum cleaner, the salesman reveals one more feature. The bag will be vacuum sealed when it's full. They only have a limited time until the air is sucked out and they all asphyxiate. The trio becomes aware of the vacuum cleaner rampage and kidnappings when Naoto witnesses the salesman get sucked up. Unfortunately, it's running around wireless, so there's no way for Gridman to get into it and stop the kaiju. They'll forget about this next week. Naoto comes up with a plan, and Ippei's the bait. He walks around littering and eventually gets chased by the vacuum cleaner. He manages to escape, but it's low on charge as it's nearly been... the vacuum cleaner is now low on charge because it's nearly been 5 hours since it was last plugged in. Oh look, a handy outlet that is so conveniently placed as to be suspicious. The vacuum cleaner plugs itself in, and Gridman enters the computer world immediately. Gridman is at risk of being sucked up in the computer world where he's fighting the kaiju. Gridman is at risk of being sucked up by the kaiju itself, but the assist weapons save him. Gridman transforms into Thunder Gridman and defeats the kaiju. All the victims are released from the vacuum cleaner. Kana appears and drops some litter, and her newly freed parents scold her for it. Gum Guy walks off going, who cares? Takeshi approaches him, and when Gum Guy is about to beat him up again, Takeshi mentions getting miniaturized and sucked up by a vacuum cleaner. Gum Guy realizes Takeshi had something to do with this whole incident and flees. Takeshi scores his first ever dub, and the narrator informs us that we should be careful not to litter, or else we may get sucked up by a vacuum cleaner. Thank you, narrator. The end.
That is definitely going to happen.
That is definitely going to happen. That could happen, folks. I love this episode so much.
It's incredible.
The effect when...
I cannot believe I forgot this and the next episode existed.
When Ippei is, like, shutting the door on the vacuum cleaner, and there's clearly just someone on the other side of the door just poking the head of the vacuum cleaner through the door to try to get it at Ippei, and he's, like, wrestling the door shut. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I thought incredible. Incredible.
Everything to do with the green screen of the vacuum cleaner going around. The shrinking.
I will be posting the clip of the vacuum cleaner running off green screened, finding the gum guy, miniaturizing him, and then the green screened head just like wiping onto the screen and then wiping back, and the guy's gone. It's the pinnacle of Tsuburaya's special effects.
Could you ever have predicted this when
efforts.
Takeshi hacked the mummy?
No.
I feel like now the mummy feels quaint.
The mummy feels quaint. Here's the thing. I do like the plot point of it's wireless and remote control, and so no one can hack into it.
Yeah.
Because Gridman can't go over a cable. I mean, they do forget about this next week immediately as Gridman and the kaiju are fighting in... Oh no, I guess they don't, because there's a whole projector beam thing that's not actually... They're not fighting in the watches, they're fighting in, like, some control hub. But anyway, I like that plot point because it means that you get the whole... The team having to, like, work out how do we actually, like, trap this vacuum cleaner. The vacuum cleaner as horror monster is fantastic, kind of a repeat on the toy stuff, but with the added bonus of when we get to see like Ippei's dad like putting out his cigarette on the ground from that low perspective of the vacuum cleaner, and then the vacuum cleaner head just like comes up into view of the camera.
Yeah.
To show that it's about to attack. Fantastic stuff. It has to be seen to be believed.
Yeah.
Is the thing. We can't adequately describe it. You have to see what this looks like.
I have no idea how I'm going to get a good screenshot for the YouTube.
I don't know. There's also that bit where Naoto is like dodge rolling the green screened vacuum cleaner, shooting at him to try to miniaturize him. Which is great stuff. This is just high energy, stupid shit. It's like that mode of Gridman. It's very good.
I like when Naoto tells everyone what happens, and they're like, "Don't make shit up." That just happens.
Yeah. Ippei's reactions like, you think I was born yesterday? What? Here's the thing. Despite everything they've seen, I do buy that they don't believe this is real. I do buy that they think this is a step into the ridiculous. Because it is.
I'm gonna miss when we have to get back to Ultraman and the kaiju just aren't this.
No, yeah. This is...
I mean, the sad thing is the Gridman anime isn't this either.
No, the Gridman anime is not this. The Gridman anime is not characters getting menaced by electronic appliances while Gridman is fighting in the computer world. Because, there's a reason for that. I remember the reason for that. I remember why there is a lore reason for this. But whatever. But
what is it?
I'm like...
We'll find out in, 5 years or something.
Yeah. But yes, it is a shame that you don't get the dichotomy of plot lines that you do in actual Gridman, because it's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think some of the writers on the show have trouble balancing it. I think there have been occasions where it's been like, this episode is all kaiju fight, or sometimes the kaiju stuff has been completely perfunctory, which I don't really mind that as much. But sometimes I think there's a good balance here. I think this kaiju's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think all the kaiju for this new core have been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it helps that they've even though they're repurposing suits, they're still trying to make them new. Yeah. Kaiju, as opposed to being it is Neo Metal guy from 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, there was a middle stretch there where they were just we don't have any new kaiju. We're just doing the same thing but with a fresh coat of paint. And we're calling it Guy 2. The sequel to Guy. Riven, the sequel to Shinobular.
Nice Kung Fu Shinobular.
That's true. Kung Fu. No, that's the third Shinobular. There was a Mecha Shinobular. There's been 3 Shinobulars, but I don't mind that because Shinobular is the best one.
Well, he's kind of he's a guy in a way the others aren't. So
yeah, he's got opinions. He's ranting. That's the reason why, despite him being the one that's has an AI and he's a person, you still don't feel bad about killing him because he is also going on about the aesthetics of evil.
Yeah.
It's well, I think we got to kill this guy, Steven. I think Takeshi scoring a win here is, I was fully him walking off. I was spiritually, he's doing the little heel click as he walks away. He's finally had a good day. Have you seen the Don Brothers heel click jump? I've seen the Don Brothers heel click jump. That's what I was thinking of specifically.
I had to make sure.
Yeah. I like that Takeshi gets revenge, and
also the guy deserves it.
And one, the guy deserves it. Two, he's happy. He's not like, revenge was unfulfilling. He's like, that was great. Maybe getting revenge can fix me. He's satisfied.
I've been watching an anime the past week about that.
Okay, we'll get to that a little bit later. Well, maybe not. But then we won't. Can we hear what anime it is?
Mellow Link.
Oh, man. Mellow Link. How you... No, I'll let you finish it before you talk about Mellow Link.
Because I'm halfway through, so...
Yeah. Now you're really trucking. You're in the bottoms mode now. Then
I'm just like, I gotta knock these off, and also knock the associate podcast.
Yeah. Also, after Mellow Link, you get to like
Shining Heresy.
You're getting into the really good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like. You said you like Last Red Shoulder. Last Red Shoulder's great. I think I like Fruits of Ambition a little bit more than you, but that's.
Well, we can all agree. Big Battle.
Big Battle is pointless. I don't. Yeah. Who is that guy?
Well, like I said, it's a toy movie.
Yeah. When does Big Battle take place? Anyway.
During the last episode, apparently.
During the last episode, between things. It's weird. It feels like it's more cramped than like when the last Red Shoulder takes place.
You gotta
anyway.
So strict chronological order. You gotta pause the episode, go watch Big Battle, and then come back and finish the actual last episode of one.
Oh man. Yeah.
You know, the way media was meant to be experienced.
It was. That was how it was meant to be experienced. Anyway. This vacuum cleaner episode.
Yes.
What else is the? Who made it? Well, let's hear who made it first.
Okay. Directed by Yoshiki Kitamura, written by Isao Shizuya. Is there anything else I should about this episode? No. Gridman suit actor normal Kunitoshi Endo, Thunder Hiroki Akano.
Gridman suit normal.
Yeah. Yorunba, suit actor Toshio Miyake. The main body was repurposed from Mecha Bamura, but the head is modified from Stealth Gun.
Okay. That makes some sense. What else is there to say about this episode other than that this shit rules? Go watch it.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like... It's not like a deep episode. It's just like a really funny and entertaining.
Yes. Yeah. It's like just the moment I watched the next time on in episode 31 and witnessed the special effect of this fucking Kamen Rider mask looking vacuum cleaner like whizzing around in green screen. And I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? I really like it. I do.
Yeah, it's good.
I guess we can talk about episode 33.
Yeah.
Another Takeshi. This is some fucking Kingdom Hearts ass shit.
Remind me of another thing I experienced the past year, but if I can't talk about the reasons why.
Oh, I see. Okay. Takeshi watches a small child about to get hit by a car and briefly feels the urge to do something good. He defeats this urge, like he's Vegeta, and declares that he doesn't care if a small boy is killed. But the boy is saved by a guy who looks suspiciously like Takeshi, but without glasses and the moody demeanor. This is Takeo, and he's the good Takeshi. Takeo stops Yuka's bag from being stolen by a thief, and he hangs out with the trio and plays basketball with them, and the whole time they're like, wow, you look just like that other guy who sucks, but you're really cool and a big hero. Weird. Takeshi is watching this whole thing and is enraged that this guy has got so close to Yuka in such a short time just by being nice, and then Takeo accidentally hits him in the face with the basketball. Takeo tries to apologize to Takeshi and help him up, but Takeshi rejects his kindness. Yuka insists it was only an accident, and Takeshi flees, horrified she would take the side of the guy who has been generally kind and good. Takeshi recalls the only person he remembers being kind to him. I had to be clear. This is the only person plenty of people have tried to be kind to him. The only person he remembers being kind to him, his nanny. In his memory, as a little boy, he makes a paper aeroplane for his nanny and says he and her are going to fly around the world on it. She throws the plane, and we next see Takeshi's parents stepping on it and dragging him away. Takeshi tries to follow Takeo home, but he is led to his own home, and Takeo is nowhere to be seen. What could this mean? Oh well, time for revenge. Takeo has a watch with a microchip in it. It can be hacked with a projected cyber wave thing. Takeshi creates a kaiju, and it's sent into the computer world to create this projector, and suddenly watches with microchips in them try that sentence again. Takeshi creates a kaiju, and it's sent into the computer world to create this projector, and suddenly watches with microchips in them are taking control of the wearer's arm. Yuka got one for Naoto, and his remote-controlled hand gropes her, and she hits him. She also hits Ippei because his watch is making him grab his own face and pull weird faces. Takeo appears, and he left his watch at home, so he's free to save the day, getting everyone's watch off. This must be the work of Khan Digifer. The trio head back to Junk, and Gridman heads into the computer world to fight the kaiju. Meanwhile, loads of people are causing problems with their remote-controlled hands. In particular, the funny cop has his gun out and is shooting at himself and others. Takeshi is orchestrating all of this as he walks around town with his pocket computer. But Takeo is on the scene, and he wrestles the trigger-happy cop while onlookers comment that he's so brave and cool. This is not what Takeshi had in mind. Gridman defeats the kaiju, and the day is saved. Later, the trio are waiting for Takeo, but Takeshi is waiting to intercept him with a box cutter. He runs out to assassinate Takeo and is welcomed with a smile. He realizes Takeo is the version of himself he dreamed of being when he was a little boy. Takeo disappears, and Takeshi is left alone. The end.
It's crazy I didn't remember this episode.
How do you not remember this episode?
Yeah, I don't know how. It's like, this feels so important. Like, how could I forget?
It's very, yes.
And yet...
I'm happy we get this episode, because like otherwise I was kind of expecting the show to just continue until we get to the last episode, and then Takeshi would be like healed by kindness.
But instead we're getting an arc.
Instead we're getting not that one. Instead we're getting like a little bit here and there. We got that episode earlier where he's like mad at the gang for like helping this other guy who could have turned out evil, but not helping him, not hanging out with him. And then this episode we get his rivalry with his own idealized self.
Yeah.
The guy he didn't manage to become. And I think that's really cool.
I really do want to bring up the other thing that I saw in the past year that I could compare to it, but you haven't read it yet, so.
I haven't read it yet. Is it a visual novel?
Yes.
Okay. I'm guessing this is I'm not gonna guess. I think I'd probably guess what it is, but I think this is like the fact that this guy has just been summoned from just his imagination unbidden. Like, this is not like a cyberpunk thing. This is just a weird thing that has happened.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think that's a cool little interlude for Gridman to hit, where it's like there is a whole other, because we've hit like sound fairies before, and so we've there is a world of possibility outside of the computer world as well.
Yeah. It's nifty.
It is nifty.
It's just it's just like, there's just weird dream shit happening.
Yeah. In terms of like the actual like character, I like that his imagined like idealized self from his youth is like it is like a hero. It's like fantasizing about like stopping thieves in the street, right?
He's like, he fantasizes about that, but he like recoils at actually doing it himself.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Well, he now thinks it's cringe. It's cringe to be a hero.
Also,
what he thinks.
It's Takeo's fit is funny.
Yes, his fucking one. He doesn't have. When he was a small child, he did not imagine himself needing glasses. And now he's got like the striped shirt and everything.
The
scarf. And he's out playing basketball all the time.
Unlike Takeshi, he's balling.
He is balling. Yeah. Takeshi could never be balling, unfortunately. Unless Gridman has already theorized that the route to becoming good and not evil is to stop being on the computer and instead go out and play a sport. In that, one, you have to get out of your wheelchair, and then you go play a sport.
Yeah, Takeshi is just in a metaphorical wheelchair.
He's in a it's true. The metaphorical wheelchair. That's what this episode title is going to be. Takeshi is in the metaphorical wheelchair.
The wheelchair in your heart.
The wheelchair in your heart, and he will be healed from the wheelchair in his heart. And he'll be able to stand up.
People could really do damage to our reputation by taking our episodes out of context.
Yes. Not enough people listen to our podcast for me to worry about my reputation.
Yeah, I sometimes I'm like, this is an insane.
This is
we do an insane show.
Yeah, we're on a level of we're it is what it is.
Me reminding the audience that the genocide counter is laughing at the writer and not the actual genocide. Yes.
When there was a reason we didn't hit the button that one time when it was real.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have Gridman sort of like once again. It's a weird thing for Gridman to go, a weird well for Gridman to go to, where it's like sports is the sign of not being evil, like when it's a show about the heroes being on the computer. The
writers of Gridman having to make a show about being on the computer, and they decide to be like, hey, Poindexter, and shove people in the locker.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's weird. Like, imagine if Takeo was instead they instead invited him over to like have a look at junk or something. But it's not a public space. Takeshi can't watch them that way. I get it. I think this works in the plot of the episode, but it does just once again we
the
tap
healing power
into
of
that.
Takeo is he not only makes Takeshi a hero, but he also heals the trio by making them play sports instead of being on the computer all the time.
Oh, I see. Kids, you got to get out of that bedroom. Stop being on the computer. Stop looking at that phone. and you got to go play basketball in the street. But if I see you out there after 6 p.m., I'm going to call the police and have you moved on. It's an interesting thing that I think one of the little tells of like Gridman is still being written by the same people, still being written by old men, is like it doesn't actually, like, when push comes to shove, they don't actually 100% believe that being on the computer is a good thing. They will reveal their hand when pressured and be like, yes, being good means you don't have glasses on, and you don't dress like a nerd, and you are out playing sports with your friends. In terms of like Takeshi's actual like little flashback here, I think I like it in terms of like they're doing the lonely rich kid thing, right? If Takeshi was a magical girl, he would have blue hair, and he is he's his only friend that he has ever perceived himself as having is his nanny, who is obliged to like him to some degree.
I can't tell if it's actually like nanny as in babysitter nanny or like grandmother.
You can't trust the subtitles really.
Yeah.
But I do think the bit where she's like bowing, she's like in dogeza to the parents when the parents drag him away. Yeah. I think has like some kind of signifier of like the employment, like she is some kind of servant.
Yeah, she's the help.
She's the help. So I can
for the
believe
parents who can't
her.
be bothered to actually raise their child.
Exactly, like in that one episode of Tara where they decided to be like feminists, but with like feminists with class consciousness as well.
Yeah,
and not just like liberal. But the so the fact that he thinks of his nanny as his friend is like one sad, because like that's her job, and two, I think like very very like just like quick, once again gesturing to like his backstory in like quite an efficient way, I think.
Yeah. Well, I guess we have our answer about where Takeshi's parents are. They're off screen because they don't give a shit.
They don't give a fuck. We have asked the question of where are Takeshi's parents. There they are in his memory, stepping on his dream, of being free, and to go where he wants and take the people that he cares about with him, and that doesn't include his parents. I think it's interesting that like this memory is like not necessarily like real, right? Because we've had the example before of like his memory of events being like extremely warped. Like he remembers like people, all those housewives laughing at him outside the shop instead of being like, oh poor guy.
This is just like Denpa.
Yeah, Gridman is Denpa, naturally.
Finally, the Denpa Ultraman. Yeah.
But I think as like a weird like dreamlike memory, this like roadside conversation with his nanny, and then his parents just kind of warp into existence in it to ruin the memory. I think is just like very simple, very straightforward, but I think very evocative.
Yeah, it's good. I don't think they need to just actually do Naoto groping Yuka.
No, they didn't. So let's have that conversation. So this core, something I didn't mention in the summary of in last week's Takeshi like kidnaps Yuka episode. We get this scene of like her undressing while he's watching her going like, Yuka.
Yeah.
Which is like leery, but like, and now we get here, we get Naoto like groping her, and this is like a new angle on Yuka for the show, where it's not just that the characters have like romantic feelings. It is also like presenting her as like, yes, sexual object.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad shift in the show.
Yeah, I haven't really enjoyed much of the overemphasis on Yuka as like a love interest, and I feel like there's like they haven't exactly done a good job of endearing me to that by also just doing it in a way that just feels kind of gross. Like, you know, we didn't talk about the leeriness because we kind of forgot about it, but also the leeriness was there and it made that episode uncomfortable for sure. And then this just being like, this is like an excessive sort of like, oh yeah, he does the, you know, the hand over her shoulder, and she's kind of like into it a bit, maybe. She's like, there's like, you know, he puts his hand on her shoulder, and she's like, wow, I wasn't expecting that, but like, she's not like, oh, stop. She's not like outraged. But you know. Then he shifts his hands down, and it's like, okay, what the fuck? What? But this being like, just playing into like lucky pervert like fantasies that you get in this sort of otaku media, right? Where it's like, oh, I didn't mean to, but I got, I got one over on women. I won. I just got hacked, you know.
I just got hacked. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to send that picture. It's gross. I don't like it. I think it's like I wouldn't necessarily say that Gridman was necessarily like feminist masterpiece when it comes to how Yuka's contributions to the show, but like I think this last stretch of the show has kind of relegated her to object of desire in like an extra, like a way that even when the show was doing romantic stuff before, I think it wasn't.
Like I think, like I just realized now, like, you know, she was like obviously she was helping with like all the robot stuff, but like, you know, in the early show she's like, oh yeah, I'm studying university level coding.
Yeah, she was the computer nerd of the trio,
or at least the programmer nerd. Like, Ippei is a lot more like the artiste.
Yes. And Naoto's Naoto. Well, we don't know what Naoto knows.
Well, you know, he's his existence is solely to be the best
facilitate Gridman. Yeah, exactly. It's disappointing because I'm not necessarily opposed to like them leaning more into the sort of her as love interest, because they have kind of been making gestures to this for a while, but we hit like we've talked about this. We hit a weird energy in the middle of the show with this, where like these three just like had like a strange triangle going on.
Yeah.
And other characters were reacting to how strange this triangle was. And now it's kind of reached something more conventional, which is obviously girl is into Naoto and Ippei is a tag along.
Yeah, and I think it's only in this conversation right now I've kind of realized that it's also like this is kind of what their relationship has become at the expense of like anything else, which also is a downside to everything. Yeah.
But like I say, I'm personally, just on, for me, I'm less down on, like, them actually leaning into the love interest thing. But I do think it sort of takes away some of the earlier energy that we could sometimes have, where this was more kind of this trio could sometimes play with, like, the idea of, like, these characters have like been friends for years and are now reaching the age where they're interested in, like, romance, and it's confusing and strange. Yeah. And they don't necessarily do like they don't necessarily reach, like, normal conventional situations, because it's confusing, it's odd, but they are now falling into, like, an archetypal model of what a shonen trio can be.
Yeah, and also it's like, Naoto isn't even the most interesting of them.
Now Naoto is not the most interesting romantic lead in the world, is he? What does anyone see in Naoto? And now, here's another thing, though. We now get to something interesting. Yuka has often talked about Gridman saving her, and not necessarily Naoto. She has jokingly referenced, there was the creepy episode last week, where Ippei joked about, like, oh, who knows what Naoto will do when left alone with you, and Yuka is like, Gridman will save me in that case, sort of, like, jokingly gesturing to some kind of separation between the two. And so, like, I could lean into this and say like, she is interested in like the fact that he is Gridman to some degree. This is like Naoto as just Naoto is Naoto. That's her friend Naoto. But, like, Naoto as guy who is the hero saving the world is something else.
Yeah. Also, just in reference to last week, it is weird also that Kondichifer does mock Takeshi for being, like,
assaulted. Yes, he does do that. I'm like,
why are you homophobic? Why do you have any sense of...
Why does he know what gay people are? do they have homophobia where Kondichifer is from? Kondichifer is like an alien. Does he know what gender is?
Like, he doesn't care about anything, but they are gonna make him make him homophobic for the joke, I guess.
Yes. Doesn't make any sense. Kondichifer should be like, what's that? You called that man a gay. What's a gay? Because he's spent the whole show being like, phones. What's that?
Which is funny, because he lives in the computer, like, you'd think he'd be able to, like, learn things. But maybe, I guess no Wikipedia.
He's lazy. He's not surfing Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's true. Not like Kongming.
No, Kongming is immediately searching Wikipedia. Man, Kongming looking at Wikipedia and finding out who won. That shit hits.
I imagine to him it must be, like, even worse than he thought. It's like, man, is he not even the guy we knew? It was like, It
was some new guy? Wait, it was kind of the guy. Oh, man. And then finding out how long the victor lasted.
And then finding out how long...
What was the fucking point?
And then finding out how long China was still disunited after that.
Yeah. Man. Your boy Kongming. That's good shit.
It's like, the empire long divided must unite, and then, like,
for 2 weeks.
Then, the Jin dynasty is established, and then Jonathan Frakes walks on screen. Not this time.
Not this time. We got you. This one was invented by a writer.
It is quaint the way the Romance of Three Kingdoms has, like, the Jin dynasty overthrow the Wei dynasty, and it has to fit, like, Ming dynasty Confucian moralities. They do have to play it up as, like, well, actually this is just, like, retribution for overthrowing the Han, so it's it's chill.
Here's the thing.
I think they were definitely thinking.
Here's the thing. It is cool as hell.
Yeah.
Sima Yi is cool. It is so cool.
Yeah.
Normal guy walks on screen, he's like, I got this Kongming shit handled. And then he's like, and also, I'm just gonna handle China. I'm just gonna do it.
No, technically he dies first, but...
Yeah. But, he does the thing.
It was funny, like, knowing about, like, Simi, and then finding out it takes him, like, a third of the book to actually show up.
Yes.
In, like, a throwaway line.
Oh yeah, because he's just some guy loyal to Cao Cao earlier.
Yeah,
he's just like, the Sima Yi was there. I was like, oh, that's a guy. I know about that guy. I've heard about that guy.
Yeah. One day we will hopefully do the Three Kingdoms Toku.
Yeah.
DJ
The Sima Yi versus Kongming stuff is just so. I think about the empty fort strategy so often because it's like the pinnacle of like the warriors' respect between like strategists moment, where it's like Kongming can only do the empty fort strategy because he knows Sima Yi isn't stupid. And Sima Yi not risking his entire army when he's already beaten Kongming this time and he's gonna go home is the correct decision. And Kongming can trust that he will make the correct decision. It's so cool.
Yeah. I don't want Simi to be in Ya Boy Kongming, but it would also be goated.
Yeah, it would.
It'd probably run the
whole thing
novelty
into
the ground if they did that, but also it
Yeah.
If it's like a one shot, that'd be fun.
I mean, he found his Liu Bei.
Yeah.
He can find his metaphorical Sima Yi.
I also do just enjoy looping all the way back to the beginning. Just like, okay, we're gonna solve the issue of him being a fish out of water by just having he figures out how to look up a Wikipedia and learn everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a fucking Face Day Night servant.
Yes. Oh man. Khan Digifer is not doing that. But he does know about homophobia and he does find it funny.
Yeah.
Oh well. He's playing Atlas RPGs and
he's not like a woke villain, like known feminist Eggman.
Known feminist Eggman.
Do you know about this?
I do not know about known feminist Eggman. I'm the immediate thought I had when you said known feminist Eggman was the Sonic 06 fan dub clip where he keeps kidnapping the princess and he's like, how many times I've kidnapped you 17 times already, how many times you can escape? And the princess says it's gonna be at least 18, and he says the caucasity of this bitch.
I forget which game manual this is from, but...
Enemies, Dr. Eggman. As his name implies, Dr. Eggman is a doctor that looks like an egg, thank you. As well as having an unfeasibly high IQ of 300, Eggman is a romanticist, a feminist, and a self-professed gentleman. Now, is this another, like, in Japan they've written feminist, and the manual has gone, a feminist? When they do mean like gentleman.
It probably is just a mistranslation.
Anyway, this is funny. Feminist Eggman.
Yeah.
Known feminist. Wow.
Oh fuck!
Who made this episode?
I forgot to do the. Give me a second.
I will give you a second. More than 1 second. I'll give you as much time as you need. I'll check Blue Sky. I have to show you this post. Given everything that's going on.
Okay. First of all, that's a display name.
That is a hell of a display name. Scholarfeed themed anal beads has posted a Twitter screenshot of a translated Japanese tweet saying, I unearthed a newbie otaku who's never seen Code Geass before, so I'm gathering 2 Code Geass otakus to surround them, and we're about to start a 24-hour viewing marathon right now. But since they might go wild once they start watching Code Geass, I asked the 2 otakus to bring duct tape and restrain them. This is a photo of those 2 otakus. It's starting.
Jesus
and there's just 2 people taped up on the floor about to watch Code Geass.
Jibun
Wo. Is your next podcast finishing Code Geass?
Yes.
Okay, I need to get my email in.
Yeah.
It's a good email.
You may as well just write it, like, now. Not now, but, like, when you finish.
Yeah. I'll do that. When is that next podcast?
I didn't know, because we basically decide...
Yeah.
Monthly podcast, so.
Yeah. I mean, you just did release one, so,
Yeah.
like, it's gonna be a bit. Okay. I got time. I got time to do the thing that I need to do before I write that email.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, yeah, let me just get the fucking... Because, yeah, I did the thing where I actually forgot to write my trivia for some stuff, so... This will be a more cumbersome trivia.
That is okay.
Anyway, this episode was written by Toshiyuki Takano, written by Masakazu Magita.
Mm-hmm.
Suit actors, Gridman, Normal, Hiroki Kano, Thunder, Gridman, Kunitoshi Endo. The kaiju is Chidogera? Excuse me.
Okay.
Suit actor Toshio Miyake. The costume is modified from Jubagon from episode, I guess, like 30, the last episode from last week.
Mm.
And in some drafts, it's apparently designed to look more like a sturgeon for some reason. Whatever.
Okay. I wonder if there's something thematic about a sturgeon.
Yeah. Also, obviously, Takeo is played by the exact same actor as Takeshi.
Who could have guessed?
Who could
From
have?
like when they're both on screen at the same time, and I'm like, these guys are barely looking at each other.
Like the fucking... There's an insane shot near the end of Fast and the Furious 5 where
Okay.
2 actors who notably hate each other while working on this movie, Vin Diesel and Dwayne the John Rock Johnson.
Dwayne the Jock Bronson.
Sorry, I stumbled on the words.
Dwayne the Jock Bronson.
Dwayne, our buddy Dwayne, are just like... They have a conversation, but like... They're like posturing while standing beside each other, and I'm like...
They're not there at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like... Let me see. I wonder if they have it. I wonder if I can just find it somewhere, but maybe I can't.
If I was paid that much money, I would simply get over it. I would simply film with the guy I hated.
I think they did, like, attempt that at some point. I think, like, for the final movies. Like, I think Hobbs and Shaw was the failed attempt to, like, keep The Rock in the franchise without having to actually interact with Vin Diesel, but I think they just...
I see. It's, you know, it's crazy that Dwayne the Jock Ronson's career has tanked and John Cena's done well. this was not the way I was expecting it to go.
Oh, but he just put out, Moana, the live-action remake of the thing he was already in.
The live-action remake of Moana. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder how bad his wig is in that.
Oh, whatever. I can't find it right now. Actually, wait, hold on.
Well.
Let me just see. Maybe. Am I thinking of the right one? Or is it different? Is it different Fast and Furious? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
The point is, it's the same idea.
Yeah. And he's absolutely ridiculous.
It is.
Also, I do like how this kaiju's like a Sipozu element.
Yes, we didn't mention it. So it's sort of thematically appropriate for the type of episode it is, where you got Takeshi's regrets, and it sort of lines up a little bit with the kaiju being kind of pathetic and endearing in that way. Pitiable.
Yeah.
I thought that was appropriate. Yeah. Is there anything else to say about this episode?
No, I just think this is a crazy complimentary episode, and
yeah,
I'm glad it's in the show.
Yeah, I really like the ending where he tries to go. Like, well, first of all, Takeshi is doing like evil things in this episode. In like he's like, I'm not gonna even like tell a boy to watch out for a car. And then he's like, I'm gonna stab Takeo. I'm gonna genuinely murder him.
Yeah,
this is the kind of source I want from Takeshi.
Like him just being like,
I'm gonna
him attempting murder is crazy.
I'm gonna assassinate the guy who's me but better. And to be honest, and of course, and I would also want that guy dead. But just like coming face to face with him and realizing, well, he's perfect because he's like the ideal version of me that I dreamed I could be. And now I'm miserable, and I think that's cringe and sucks. And but it's like, there is lost potential, but also the implication that like, oh, I could be that, but like that's devastating to Takeshi, who is not currently that. And then the narrator interrupts this moment to explain what has happened.
He's like, somehow.
To be like, yeah. Somehow this weird thing has happened.
Don't worry about how.
Just to make it clear for the audience, this is what has happened. It's like, no, I got it. It's good.
Yeah.
Do you have any color timers for these episodes?
Yeah. Episode 31, 8 minutes, 36 seconds. Dine and Dragon is 1 minute, 52 seconds. Episode 32, 3 minutes, 55 seconds. God's End is 49 seconds. Episode 33, 6 minutes, 33 seconds. And God's End is 1 minute, 32 seconds.
Fantastic. That's going to be it for Gridman this week. We will be back after this short break to talk about anything else. I'm good to go.
I'm good to go too.
All right. Welcome back out of that extremely long break.
Yeah, what was happening?
I had to. There was a leak. I had to call a plumber. It's been 5 days, listener.
Yeah, the opposite of when you rewatched The Red Spectacle.
Yes. This is the opposite of when I said that we were right back after we had waited a week to record the rest of Red Spectacles. Yeah. It's been 10 seconds, dear listener. We're back. Here to talk about anything else. I've got like one thing of note that I have done this week.
Okay.
Do you want me to go or you?
You go.
Okay. First of all, last week I played ran Blades in the Dark for some friends of mine, including someone who has never played a TTRPG before. She had a great time, so I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. And I got all their character sheets online, and we're gonna be playing again soon-ish, maybe. I need them to actually like. We need to organize a date, but it'll be easier because it's just gonna be like evening stuff. That's not what I've been doing this week. What I've been doing these last 2 weeks, really, is I have been playing a card game called Heart of Crown, which is like anime card game that I've heard is heavily based on the deck building card game Dominion, which I have never played, but I have heard of. And apparently, if there are lots of Dominion kind of kicked off this whole scene of deck builder card games, and a lot of them kind of work in roughly the same way. The thing about this game is that it's not a collectible card game. It's not like a trading card game. It's like all the cards are in the box when you buy the box, and then there are expansions maybe. But I have not been playing a physical card game. It's a 4-player game, so I have not been playing the physical card game. There are 2 versions on Steam, which I've played both. I played the first one because I was like, I want, it's cheaper, and like I want to get to grips with what this game is before I, buy this. This other one, and then realized, this is the version of the game that is not like, you can't actually play online with people on this. Really, there's no one playing this game. I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I still had a good time. So the first week I was playing that first game. This week I've been playing that second game. Heart of Crown online is the one that's current. And it's got a bunch of like live 2D shit in it, because this game is about princesses. The emperor has died, and there are 7 princesses and like more in expansions that can potentially take the throne. You've got you start your hand with like junk. You start with like 7 like
the junk.
1 gold the junk, 1 gold piece cards, and then some cards that give you like negative victory points. And you've got to buy cards. You've got to buy victory points or succession points, and also buy action cards that do special things from the markets. And if you get up to 6 like coins, like if you manage to play 6 coins in one turn, you can back a princess. You pick one of the princesses from the deck, and they each have a special ability. And that's the princess you're going to back for the throne. And then you have to get succession points, play those succession points, and they're all like royal maids and senators and dukes. And so like you're getting backing, right? You're getting backing from nobility and politicians to put this princess on the throne. And there's like other cards that give you succession points, like territory, like the imperial estate, and the capital and the crown, that kind of thing. But it's just a fun game in terms of like I like sort of like the balance. Like you're deck building every game, right? Every game you are looking at what's available and going like, well, how much of each card, like how much of this card do I want to put in my deck? Will someone else get to that card first if I let it go this turn? That kind of thing. And there's a fun system of links where like every card has like an arrow on it or 2 arrows on it on like the right and bottom, or they have no arrows on it. And like if you have a card with an arrow on it, you can play another card linked to it, but a card with no links can't have a card linked to it. So like there's, you know, if you get if you know, you have to play in like rows and you have to like connect all the cards up, which is interesting because like you know, you get more powerful cards that don't have links, and so like you have to have, if you want to play more than one of those, you have to have cards in your deck that have more than one link so that you can create a new offshoot for it, which is, you know, fun stuff. And then you got like the domain system where your coins come from territory, but like in order to back a princess you have to commit that territory, and so you take it out of your deck and then you put it in play, and then you can keep cards in there. This is all fun card game stuff. I've been having a great time with this card game. I like the theme. I have seen so I do like the theme, but I saw one review from years and years ago for the original edition of the game, like in print, and then this is like some person's blog described the art for the game as family friendly. Now, I think there are two situations where you could describe the art in this game as family friendly. I think the first situation is where you're not a weeb and you don't know what you're looking at. And I think the second situation is you are a weeb and you want to get people who aren't weebs to play it with you. Because like I think like I would say most of this art is perfectly safe for work. I'd say there's one card that is maybe skirting the line, but most of this artwork perfectly safe for work. But I would say anyone who is like a little bit weeb, you've dipped your toes in anime and stuff, I think you can immediately clock that there is just a lolicon vibe. I'm just not. I just have to say it. It's like I'm looking at like this 9-year-old girl that I can back to take the throne, and I'm just like, I know this is like there is nothing like openly like sexual about this image, but I can just tell. You can just tell. You can tell. And that that is what, it is what it is. That's how it goes when you're watching anime and stuff. Is sometimes you just clock something and you're like, I know. I just know. I can tell. So that's kind of if anyone was ever to like look at Heart of Crown and be like, Red, I'm not going to play this with you because this is giving me a bad vibe, I would be like, that I understand, but it is a good game. So I've been having fun with that. That's been what I've been playing. And there's just a good, like, you can get like so much variety from it because like you can put in different, like there are more cards than you actually use in a single game, right? Okay. And so, yeah, obviously, and so
I'm debating getting this first game now because it's 50% off.
Yeah, I mean the bundle's quite good.
Yeah, I mean just like in a financially situation.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell if I should wait for maybe later another time. But
I think maybe, but also like, it's a 4-player game, so like, it would be mostly playing with randos, and I think, having looked at the leaderboard, I haven't played online yet, but I will. I think most of them are in Japan. I don't know how many people in America or in Europe are regularly playing Heart of Crown online. But I will see. I will find out, because I'm going to keep playing this game because it's fun. I am enjoying it. Again, people say it's very like Dominion. It lifts heavily from Dominion, which a lot of these deck builders apparently do. But I haven't played Dominion, so I don't know. And Dominion, I would say the art in this game is very pretty. Obviously, with the caveat of, I think, yeah. There's a vibe. There's simply a vibe.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with deck builders. I don't know how much this is like different from like a Slay the Spire, or I guess there's maybe more board game like than like.
this is more board game, because like Slay the Spire is like made as a video game, and it's got like you do runs, right?
Yeah.
But it's a similar-ish idea, right? You every game of it, you start from nothing and you build your deck.
Yeah.
And that some people are immediately turned off by that. Some people immediately go, that's not my thing. Apparently that is my thing. I do like it. So I should play Slay the Spire.
I'm gonna give it a shot just because it's just intellectual curiosity of genres.
Yeah. It's fun. It's interesting. I've been having a great time creating insane loops. Like I was this morning to beat the daily, because there's a daily set of cards. The like a daily CPU challenge, right? As well as like a bunch of other like CPU set market sets that you can play at like 6 different difficulties. It's quite thorough. To beat the daily today, I managed to build up to a really crazy card draw situation, that I was just drawing through my whole deck in one go, which is ideal. And I was able to just like play all my succession points I needed in one turn. And I was like, hell yeah, nice. So that's what I've been playing. I've been playing a sketchy card game. It's good. That's kind of me. What you been up to?
I got a couple things.
Uh-huh.
One, I knocked off a show from last season.
Yeah.
What's the full title? Because I know... Because you know what it is when I say the short form, but I'm like, well, this isn't helping anyone. Kamiina Botan fully blossoms when drunk.
Oh, yes. Kamiina Botan.
Yeah.
The lesbian who drinks.
Yeah.
And likes movies.
Well, some of them like movies more than others.
Oh, I see.
I don't think Botan is a cinephile.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's about a girl. It's basically a hobby anime about drinking, but also it's actually Yuri, and not like, a lot of hobby animes where it's like
gestures to Yuri.
The girls are cute and in close proximity, and there's like some, teasing. Whereas this one is like, oh no, these are like there was a romance developing in the second half of the show that's like, oh, they're in a relationship now. That's been nice. That's nice to watch. I feel like I don't have much to say about it other than like, it's it's cute, it's gay, it's good, and they did something neat, which is like they're like, hey, we got a bunch of different directors for each episode and let them go wild with the style to do what they wanted. So
Yeah, I was seeing people post screenshots of like one episode in particular that was just like, I was like, oh, I didn't know they were going all out like this.
Yeah. It is weird to do a hobby anime, but for alcohol. And you can maybe question.
It's, it's some kind of hobby.
Yeah, well, maybe there's some things you can question about the ethics of that, but regardless.
What's the least ethical hobby anime? Is there there's an anime about stock trading. I do know that.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's a manga, I think. I don't think there's an anime. Anyway.
But yeah, not much to
elaborate upon there.
It's just, it's nice. Knocked it out. It was good.
Sick.
Yeah.
This is what I hear.
And then the next thing is I got kind of British pilled.
Uh-oh. What'd you do that for?
But it is unfortunate,
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, I just,
You watched Doctor Who.
No.
You sure?
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, how do I describe this one? I watched a 1979 series put out by BBC Scotland.
Ooh, okay.
Called The Omega Factor.
Okay. Hang on. What? The Omega Factor. I'm looking this up.
I was like...
I've never heard of this in my life.
That's the best possible. I deliberately held off on finishing this one because I wanted you to be here for a week. I finished it just to test.
I see.
Just to be sure if I could test if you knew it or not.
No, never in my life. What is this? There are 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a BBC series.
Yeah. Basically, it's kind of like... I think when I'm seeing people talk about it, it's like it feels like it's X-Files adjacent in terms of like it's going for.
Okay.
It's like about supernatural weird shit, specifically like psychic powers and stuff like that. Like the first episode's about the main character is a guy called Tom Crane who's like a journalist in London, and he goes up to Edinburgh to like do some, he's been writing articles about like, all this weird psychic shit, and he's like gonna write some more articles, and then like he gets in sort of like a weird confrontation with like a particularly noticeable psychic guy in like the occult space, and then like for various weird reasons, like he's driving with his wife and they have a car accident because of like weird visions he sees, and his wife dies, and then at the end of the episode, some guy from the government's like, "Oh, hey, your wife worked for us, actually. You know this. And 2, we know you're psychic. And 3, we think this other psychic guy who you're talking to is the reason your wife died because of like psychic shit. So you want to work for us and then get revenge?" And it's sort of like a case of the week of like weird stuff they investigate on a very low budget, while also like there's sort of like a one of his coworkers at this government agency is like, I think it's like called Department 7, is like Anne, who's his wife's friend / coworker, and so now that like they've sort of have a budding romance now that his wife's dead, and the weirdness of that. And also the leader of the head of the department is this guy called Roy Martindale, who's like a psychiatrist who's like Thomas disagrees with like, you're going too far in the pursuit of science with your unethical stuff, as like weird shit, like how like a girl gets possessed by a ghost at a seance, or like this boy has like psychic powers they don't know what to do with, and like they're like, oh, maybe we can study this, and other stuff like that. And meanwhile, there's sort of like this mystery of these like, oh, there's these weird guys with like Omega insignia. There's like maybe a conspiracy, and maybe it goes all the way to the top. And so like the last stretch of the show kind of goes into like more spy territory. And it kind of wraps up in a way that feels like maybe feels a bit like too cute with it, but also like, oh, there's a cliffhanger because it's like, you thought you resolved things in a happy, everything worked out way, but actually we're setting things up for the second season that never got made. And the reason it never got made is apparently there was 2 episodes of the show got the attention of this from Wikipedia, public moralist Mary Whitehouse.
Oh my god, Mary! Okay.
and got the show canceled. So there's only 10 episodes, and then
fucking Mary Whitehouse, of course.
but apparently in like 2015, there was like some company did like an audio series revival series set in like more contemporary times, where like they get Anne's actress back and also a new guy to play Tom's son, because the actor for Tom, James Hazeldine, died.
What? You're on this Wikipedia page?
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
What is this company called?
Big Finish Audio.
Okay, they do all the Doctor Who audiobooks.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I kind of got the vibe. There probably is some people involved in this show who were Doctor Who people, probably.
Well, yeah, sort of operating in the same, BBC sci-fi show.
Yeah.
Well, sci-fi.
Yeah. And I haven't listened to these audio dramas, but I think it's neat that they like put them out and stuff.
Yeah.
That like somehow this thing managed to be kept alive.
Yeah, I mean, Big Finish have been... So the thing about Big Finish Doctor Who stuff is that they put out a lot of stuff with like older doctors that aren't relevant.
Oh, that's cool.
That aren't like on TV anymore.
That's
right?
cool.
Like Christopher Eccleston has been getting that bag doing Big Finish.
Oh, that's funny.
Stuff.
He's willing to like be phoned up for like a voice.
Oh, we won't work with Russell T Davies, but he'll do audiobooks.
that's funny.
Yeah.
We need like the Big Finish for Japan, so someone could ring up Joe Itagiri to be like, "Hey, you want to do a Kuga audiobook?"
That would be funny.
Except I do think
really
he's
funny.
like he's got the opposite thing where he's like, "No, I specifically want to work with this guy, and that's the guy who Toei burned the bridge with when they did the shit with Hibiki." So.
Oh, that makes okay. I now understand the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Joe Itagiri was he found the idea of Not My Dad's Kamen Rider appealing because he was like, he didn't want to do like a typical. He was not creatively interested in like just a standard Kamen Rider type show.
Right. Right.
So that's why he's like, I liked the creative team I worked with on Kuga. And so if I'm going to do more Kamen Rider stuff...
that kind of continued on through into Hibiki, which was pushing in, like...
But also specifically, a lot of the people who worked on Kuga worked on Hibiki specifically, and they were the ones who got fired.
Yeah.
So
when the show wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
Despite, being cool.
Because, like, the Agito, Ryuki, Faiz, Blade guys are more the people who... We're obviously still working in a similar creative space and like creative ideas, but like they were not the ones who got fired.
I see. I understand.
So
I understand.
But yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Anyway, I'd say on the whole, this show doesn't necessarily fully cohere because it's like some of the weird like directions the spy stuff takes in the end. But also, it's like on the whole, very good, enjoyable show that I'm glad I watched. That is mostly just a cool vibe piece more than anything else. I think like it was well acted too, and like seeing them try to do like the effects they want to do with like a shoestring budget is also very charming. And like I think they managed to make it work. And also, I don't know, it's just kind of neat to be like, hey, this is a show set in Scotland just because it was made there.
Oh, I keep calling these audiobooks. They're not audio. The Doctor Who stuff. I keep calling them audiobooks. They're not audio. They're audio plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few books with audio. Like books. Like there was a novelization way back. I don't know. There's some stuff. I don't know. Apparently this is created by Jack Gerson. I don't know if you know that name or if he's a big Who creator. But...
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea. I don't really know a lot of... I'm kind of the... it's weird. It's interesting. I think of the three of us, I think I'm the least likely to know like behind the scenes names.
Okay. Just like there's a few of them that just happen to be like are really noticeable, so you just easy to get by cultural osmosis, I guess.
Yeah.
Even I know the name
but like
Stephen Moffat.
I haven't watched enough old Doctor Who to be familiar with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've seen some.
But yeah, it's cool.
Cool.
And it's only 10 episodes.
How the hell did you find this?
It was a show. the podcast I brought before, SF Ultra, on like they had an episode, they had like a random bonus episode on just like the show. I'm like, this sounds neat. I guess I'll just watch this because I never heard this before.
That's how it is. That's how it be.
And there is something like discovering through the process of watching it and like looking up and like, oh, this is a show that like very few people know about. I need to absolutely talk about this.
Never heard of it in my life. Very cool.
I did get a lot of enjoyment out of being able to bring, here's a British show you've never heard.
Yeah. No, what the fuck is this? Cancelled because of Mary Whitehead. Fucking hell. Mary Whitehead was a scourge in Britain. She was this very, to be fair, I only know pop cultural stuff about her, but like she was like she was very conservative, very Christian, and she did not approve of like violence and sex on TV. She was very mad about it, and she campaigned a lot.
Oh, she'd love Family Guy.
Yes, exactly.
Do I have any good screenshots around for the show? Just something to... There is an episode later on where, like, there's, like, a character who's implied to be antagonistic. Who's, like, you know, they're not, like, a good character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna leave that one just because, like, a character who is, like, not a good person and they just say something completely racist.
Oh, I see.
It's, so I'll leave that. It's just, like, I'll show you the let me just... I'd love to
call her Whitehead? Whitehouse. Mary Whitehouse.
Is this thing gonna, like, actually work for you? Just extremely funny exchange.
Is that what you think it is? A poltergeist? Yes, but it's not as bad as it sounds. You know, that's how that goes. I did just look up Mary Whitehouse on Wikipedia just to make sure I am, thinking of the right person. The fucking incredible exchange in this final little paragraph here in the intro. Whitehouse's campaigns continue to divide opinion. Her critics have accused her of being a highly censorious, bigoted figure, and her traditional moral convictions brought her into direct conflict with advocates of the sexual revolution, feminism, children's rights, and LGBT rights. Others, with a little who from Wikipedia, see her more positively and believe she was attempting.
That's like the funniest version of citation needed I've...
Yeah, that was really good. Big fan of that one. Yeah. Wow. Is that us? Do we want to talk about emails?
Yeah.
Do we have emails?
Of course. We have one email.
One email.
Martha Fanboy's back with episode 31.
I didn't want to be. He was like, this is, you know, I didn't want to assume this time.
I watched some more Gridman. It was still pretty good. Episode 31 was pretty enjoyable. I like the kaiju design, and the character this week was fun and likable too. Episode 32 was pretty normal. Nothing out of the ordinary really happened. Oh, who am I kidding? This is arguably more ridiculous than blowing up that fucking dog. This was a super fun time. It's hilarious how serious the show is while taking this kind of stuff. Ironically, one of the best episodes yet. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's where Takeshi's parents are. Episode 33 is pretty good. There were some questionable and strange things with the whole Naruto. Naruto? What the fuck is
Naruto?
Believe it.
Yeah, doubted by our.
With the whole Naruto can't control his right arm bit. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
But other than that, this episode's told a pretty enjoyable story. I really like the ending, as silly as Takeshi running out from behind a corner, yelling, "I'm going to kill you," while holding a knife. Needs to be said, it's a box cutter.
Yeah. It's not going to be a pretty kill.
No. And leave the episode.
That's just going to be nasty.
And basically, it leaves the episode Takeshi crying has been used previously for comedic effect, but this time it's used for genuine sadness and is well written. My only real complaint about the ending is that I know the status quo will resume like nothing ever happened in episode 34, which bumps me out a little. I mean, we got 6. I think this batch is the most we've been seeing a progression.
Yeah.
So
I'd say so.
So I feel like,
Takeshi's highest and lowest episode end.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, how he's feeling.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, I'm not saying, like, other episodes aren't going to be, more bullshit, but, we have 2 weeks left. I presume the finale is going to be most of the last batch, so I assume we're going to get some stuff next week. That sort of, like, wraps everything up. That at least, we're going to have, presumably we're going to have a wrap-up, and then everything we have to build up to that wrap-up a bit, so...
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe episode 34 will be like a new standard episode, but episode 35 will be gearing up towards like some... I don't know, we'll see. I don't remember stuff, so
yeah.
I remember a lot less of the show than I thought. So
you didn't remember Takeshi meeting his own perfect self?
Yes, or the vacuum cleaner for that matter,
or the vacuum,
or the dog bomb. I really could not tell you how I forgot so much of the last third of the show when it's like crazy. I clearly remembered enough to like. I remember the feeling enough to know like, oh yeah, the show gets ridiculous, but I forgot specifically how, which I think is honestly maybe
the ideal viewing rewatch experience. Maybe
definitely like me being surprised with everyone else is nice. I assume this will happen a lot with like Tika and stuff too, because it's like it's been so long since I watched that as well. Like I'm pretty sure like when I watched Tika, it was like around the same time as I watched Gridman. So like, so
it'll be good.
I'm gonna continue the email. Anyway, I want to take a moment to talk about the YouTube comments on the Gridman episode, since every episode is uploaded on the platform. A lot of the time it's just people saying, "Oh, this is what happened to the anime," which I'm just like, okay, thumbs up emoji. Two, because I haven't seen the Gridman anime yet. I haven't mentioned this before, but sometimes you get pure gold along the lines of this. In the dog bomb episode, the dog was the first non-kaiju casualty in this series. Sad if you think about it.
I'm gonna be real. I don't feel a hint of sadness around the dog dying. The dog ran around the corner and exploded. I laughed out loud.
Also, this me just remembering something that we forgot to talk about. That's not important, but I want to mention. When Takeo is like helping with a gun incident in the parking garage, he does jump through that circle again. The one from like way back.
He does.
And I was like, yes, the circle.
Yeah, I did love the bit of the police officer pointing his gun around and him going, "Everyone duck!" And then he points it at himself and he screams and ducks as he fires his own gun. It's a good bit.
More
Give me just a second. I'm gonna get a fan. Sorry, I have to have a little chargeable fan on my desk. I can't actually get a big one over here, but I've got a couple of them that I use, and one was just running out of charge, so I had to grab the other one.
But enough of your fan. We're gonna get back to our fan, Mothra fanboy.
Thank you. Yeah.
this YouTube comment from regarding the queerphobia scene from episode 33. Quote, Takeshi was born in June, so we should all have seen that coming, which is a crazy statement.
I don't think Takeshi was the one.
What if one
there are
plus
many
one
levels
was
this
3?
doesn't work. There are many levels that this doesn't work.
What did they mean by this?
What do you mean by this? This is just a tragic case of people don't, a lot of people, they get the instinct of like there's a joke here and they just post it immediately. They don't workshop it. I've had it, I do a lot of deleting my own tweets and immediately after posting them and reposting them again later once I've workshopped them.
A lot of people are like, these are the things I have saved in my drafts. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever saved anything in my drafts once intentionally. And most I was just like, oh, this is a tweet that I meant to send, and then Twitter didn't send it, so it got saved as a draft because it was an error or something.
I posted my drafts on my Blue Sky drafts on Blue Sky for a bit, but a couple of them were bitchy, so I was like, these aren't staying up.
Yeah.
So they have to come down in a bit. But some of them were good. One of them was an oomph persuaded me to actually post for real, which was let me find this. Yeah, I do not gacha, so I get introduced to all these anime women that people post in reverse order. I see an over-designed girl shooting a gun, and I'm like, aha, I see. So that's what you get up to when you're not getting railed. So that was the product of the drafts.
That was cruder than I expected.
Yeah. This is often what happens with drafts, is the crude ones go in there, and I think, do I want to post that? Do I want to post that one? Anyway.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to get away with saying that if Brad was on the podcast.
If Brad was on the podcast.
Yeah, because he's like the Mary
God,
Whitehouse
talking about women. Everyone remember that bit? Brad hates women.
Did you hear the thing I said, or
no? What did you say? Sorry.
He's like the Mary Whitehouse of the podcast.
That's true.
I think that is definitely true and has like substantiated evidence for realist the podcast.
Yes.
And isn't just a thing I just made up.
Yeah.
With Bot.
Brad's gonna campaign for that bit of the podcast to get cut out.
He'd be like, nah, it goes against our Christian morals.
Yeah.
And finally, someone just randomly commented on episode 33, Virgin Takeshi versus Giga Takeo, and they decided to talk about depressing the ending of the episode.
Yeah. Nice.
I've been seeing weird, I think presume they're AI generated, but like lots of weird gifs of like the Giga Chat being associated with like giant flies for some reason. And
giant flies?
I'm like, what is happening here? Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's so baffling. Like, there's one where like the Giga Chad pulls like a fly out of his pocket and it grows big and he rides the fly into a skyscraper and it crashes. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
AI is cooking people's brains.
This is true. Oh, do you see people caught Hank Green out using AI and he immediately had a meltdown, being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I fucked up. I'm so sorry. I suck so much."
That feels appropriate.
Yeah. Someone, his type. Someone was saying, of course, Hank Green is into AI. His whole deal is being smart about everything. That's a pressure cooker designed to push you towards using AI. That's his whole content and his whole public persona, is he knows everything. Well, yeah, fair play. Sucks.
Also, the gay chat guy's from East Germany. That's just a fun fact.
Wait, what?
Just a fun fact. He was born in East Germany.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Which is really funny in terms of like right wingers trying to like co-opt him.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got, says Mother Fanboy. Only 2 weeks of the show left, and then Powered, aka the Ultimate Hero.
Jinro first, but yes.
Also, I think we have the next Teo batch the same week as Jinro.
Okay, that should be. I think based on. I don't know how long we'll run on Jinro.
Yeah, I mean, it might be like if it's like Stray Dog length, that's fine.
Yeah,
and also
Stray Dog, we were kind of in and out.
There's a degree to which I'm kind of like we probably will be the people who like red spectacles and Stray Dog more than Jinro's. So that's just my hunch. We'll see, but
we will see. I mean, Jinro is an adaptation of manga, so like there might be something interesting there. But truly, the red spectacles is the red spectacles.
Yeah. The last line of the email is, I've heard some, pretty mixed things on Powered, but I guess we'll see. Okay, I'm hiccuping. Sorry. See you soon.
That's it. Banned from the pod. No hiccups on the podcast. You're out of here. We're getting a replacement for Mal.
Oh, no.
Thank you for your email.
Thank you for your email. I was trying to think of like what the Takeo version of Mel would be.
Thank you for your email.
No, just Mel. For like replacing.
Oh, I see. Oh, the Takeo Mel.
Yeah. The good one.
The good Mel. What's the good Mel?
They have good bits.
I see.
They actually finish the things they watch.
You do that.
It takes a while. I need to like get the moments where I buckle down. But
yeah, I mean those yeah, it's mental. The attention span is a fickle thing.
Yeah.
But when it hits, it really hits. Like sometimes you just accidentally watch 10 movies in a week.
Yeah.
I didn't really mean to do that.
No,
I did it. That's gonna be a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
If you want to find us online, you can do so at ultra_QUEUE on Twitter. Also on Blue Sky at ultra_QUEUE. No underscores on Blue Sky. I'm also on Blue Sky. I'm at Red November. Mel, your plots.
You can send an email to ultraQpod@gmail.com. And we have a coffee, ultraQFund. And Brad is found everywhere at Be Invoked.
That is true. Not on this podcast. I think it's all three of us next week.
Yep.
And with the Empire, long divided, must unite for a bit.
Yeah.
As Kongming discovered.
Yeah.
All right. So we will see you next week for 3 more episodes of Gridman.
I wonder what Kongming thought about Mao when he read about Wikipedia.
Well, I mean, this is kind of one of the things about Mao is that no matter how communist you are, in China, he did the thing, right?
Yeah.
He did the thing where he united China. It was, and so that's kind of like already just like a good thing to have happened.
Yeah.
Is that like the era of warlords ended.
And also Deng was like, yeah, we can't do to Mao what Khrushchev did to Stalin because that would kill us like it did the Soviet Union.
Yes. Yeah. You can't just tear down like you can't just keep tearing down the last guy. That's not sustainable. Especially when they were so important in making it in like the establishment of everything. Anyway, but yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna tear down the guy who killed Hitler.
Kong Ming, not a communist, I assume. However,
imagining
Yeah.
he becomes like Golden Kamuy Hijikata, where he's like an aristocrat who eventually is like, well, actually, liberalism.
I see. Yeah, absolutely. But like he's gonna have, Kong Ming would have inherent respect for Mao because Mao did the thing. Yeah. He united China, and China has stayed united for quite a few years at this point.
Yeah, and they're killing it.
Yeah. That's
Genshin
gonna be
Impact.
A podcast. Genshin Impact. Join us next week for 3 more episodes of Gridman. The penultimate week of Gridman. Bye for now.
Goodbye.